Once students learnt by asking questions. Today, answers come before questions. Homework is faster, marks look better, screens are smarter. But are students thinking or just clicking? Teachers are adapting, parents are unsure, students are confused. So here's the real question. Are we helping children learn or teaching them to depend? Let's talk about what education is becoming.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Global Edu-Leader podcast. I'm Ruby Kalyan. I'm founder of Tech Radiance as well as I'm acting your host today. Today we'll start with very simple thoughts or the questions which every parents having in the minds, and when we are in the schools, it's from the common people. And because today students can ask anything, they can Google anything, they can use AI to write answers and watch class online. And right now even we are doing post podcast online, that is all about the technology. So the big questions we are going to discuss is, are students becoming smarter or just more dependent on the technologies? So it's not about fear or it's not about excitement, it is about using technology wisely so that it can help learning, not replace thinking. And to discuss that, we have a very wonderful panel today. We have Miss Sonia, who is from Presentation Convent Senior Secondary School. Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
And then we have Dr. Pramod, who is the Director of Academics from Global School of Groups. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Then we have S.K. Singh, who is the principal at J.D. Goenka Bhubaneswar, as well as the founder of Global Edu-Leader Forum as well. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you all for being here. And let's start with a very simple questions. I'll start with Pramod sir first. Sir, is AI making students more intelligent or just more dependent? Over to you.
See, AI is definitely a buzzword in the market, and everyone is talking about AI. Half of the population really do not understand what is AI. Now, AI is only training a system. Even if you work on an Excel and you fix up certain formula, and if it gives you the answer, that is a primitive stage of AI. Now, today we have more of in terms of like finding it out analytics or summarizing a meeting's key points, writing MOA, minutes of a meeting, all that happens as a part of AI. But we all are users of AI. So what actually is happening with young generation? Definitely it saves time. At the same time, it makes people lazy. So the critical things which was part of any child's learning is now taken away by the machines.
Yes, just to add on from the parents' perspective, so can you, explain me in one line, like from parent, you are from academics, you are taking care about the schools, so we all like know about technology, and the parents who are from the technical background, they are also much aware about. But from those parents' perspective, I want to know who just understand, these days about AI, coding, and these kind of things. So for them, if you can explain in a very layman language, what actually is AI for the students.
So, for a student in today's time, AI means finding your answers for the homework. Without hard work, you get some answers and you copy paste. Don't even write, just copy paste, and your work is done. If you are asked to do certain research and find it out certain things and develop a project, again use ChatGPT, Gemini, or anything, and then you just copy paste and submit. Definitely, teachers also understand the content, whether it is coming from the human brain or the machine. At the same time, this is one of the way in which people are managing. This is leading to dependency on the machines, not on the knowledge. Definitely, the child is very good with its fingers using copy, paste, search, prompts, but it's not leading to any knowledge development or growth of his knowledge as a part of learning. So in any other normal situation, if he is asked same thing without the computer or a mobile in hand, he will not have any answer. So his
Very true.
dependency on the network is becoming higher and higher. That is leading to definitely a very different kind of a problems in human generation, where people are not learning, people are just searching through Google and various other sources, and people are not even developing their core knowledge or a brain domains.
And sir, from a school perspective, like, you are taking care about, group of schools as well. And when you do work related to academics, so you understand lots of things, you do research about, lots of things. Now schools are, going towards, making specific AI labs as well. When especially talking about, the big institutions like Sindhya School, so they are, making for past, I guess, more than 1 year, they were in the development phase of just, special AI lab for the students. So what are your thoughts on that? And some schools, just they are saying for the name of it, just put some computer and they can say this is the AI lab. So what from the school perspective, what actually is the AI lab in the school?
So, in a school, I think all other two panelists, the Ms. Sonia and Mr. Singh, understand there are two aspects. One is a user-friendly things, and one is a showcase to show the brand and the campus and the ambience. There are schools, I don't want to name, but then easily you can Google, where robots are deployed for in place of teachers,
Yes.
right? There are places in my own campus, we have
Mm-hmm.
deployed one robot, and his job is only to serve tea and coffee at the reception area.
Got it.
Simple. Now, these are marketing elements.
Yes, very true.
It when it comes to what are you teaching under the AI, under robotics, under coding, if you get into the details about it, there are institutions those who talk about, oh, we start teaching coding at a nursery level. Good enough, but what are you doing under that is the question, which really parents do not understand. What we do, we have 67 schools in 12 countries. What we do is we have segregated into two parts. There are certain things which machine can do it and make teachers' life little easier. Say, for example, attendance marking, which happens in every classroom. Every teacher, class teacher, 10 minutes marks attendance. We have deployed a face recognition centers. Student come, recognize his face, go up. So attendance marking is gone off. Summary of attendance, every school does that. How many boys, how many girls, late comer, this, that becomes automated. But when it comes to students, the math, science, English and history and geography, that really do not have any AI. Teacher uses AI to demonstrate how history, a place in the history would look like when it was in say 1700s or 1300 centuries, or how Mughals came and how Britishers came. So those packages are available. Freeware open videos are available. You can edit them, you can use little AI into it, you can add voice into it and then show it to a student. Student can also revisit that and see it 10 times till the time they understand. That is the use of AI which we are looking for. So, which the things which can reiterate the learning to a child's brain, not that, okay, fine, you just create it and come in something, give it. So, here what we are saying is the teachers use AI more and students use comparatively less, but the whole task is how to enhance the learning capability of the child and how to make sure what he's learning is in his brain and he's able to apply that, right? So application of knowledge is the only key factor which whole world is talking about, the skills required in 2030 and skills required in 2050. Everywhere they are talking about application of knowledge in different terms, in different terminologies, words. Every person coins a new word and say, oh fine, now this is new word, but inside packaging is same. It's just a new wrapper.
Very, very beautifully explained, sir. Thank you so much. Now we discussed about AI. Let's move towards Sonia ma'am, and let's discuss about other digital skills as well, because the topic is about AI and digital skill all inclusion. So ma'am, what digital skills matters today more than grades and more than marks?
So I will have little different perspective because I myself is a AI educator. So when sir was talking about the schools, introducing AI labs and all, I see it in a different way. Reason
Mm-hmm.
because when we are teaching AI to our students, I'm not only using it as a tool to enhance only their learning, but I personally feel that we can't avoid AI. If it is actually the dependence, what I feel is dependence is not caused by AI. It is basically caused by the absence of guidance. I have seen a lot of curiosity and that creativity has come up more with the AI, the kind of guidance which we provide. So this is the same perspective which comes when the parents are also saying that AI is about coding and it is only about that. But when, as a deep, when we are teaching it, we are not only teaching them to use Google research, chat GPT. It is beyond that. So we cannot avoid that AI is going to be there, and it is going to impact us. It is now up to us, how can we guide our students to impact that to them in a positive way. So I would like to start with that. And now, okay, I'll come to the question which you asked, that the digital skills matter more today than marks and grades. That's, I also feel that, because the way the students are coming back to us when they're going, earlier it was like which college you're from. Now when the students are there in the engineering colleges, or if any colleges, you'll find, even if they're in the topmost engineering college, if they do not have the skills, they are not going to get a good job which they are looking for. So we all have to agree that that is what the CBSE is also now working upon, that skills, not only digital skills, but the skills are being taken up, and they are working hard for that. Like in just now recently, that Delhi AI grind activity has come. They are in doing these kind of a thing so that students should start thinking about what, how AI can provide a solution to the real world problems, which is amazing to see. So today actually the success is depending less on marks and more on knowing what to trust, knowing what to question, and knowing how to adapt when tools change. These are not technical skills, they are cognitive and ethical skills. So if you'll go according to that, you'll see that the marks and grades are not going to matter, but the skills are going to matter. In the coming years, you'll find that the assessment and all will also be both dependent upon the skills, and then marks and grades will also follow.
Yes, ma'am, and as you said that you are personally taking care about, AI, you teach
Yes,
students AI, and, and sir also add on, many schools having now AI robots, the robots
yes,
or
yes,
AI teachers, you can say, which
yes,
teach
yes.
different subjects, even include AI also. So what you think as a, teachers, because you are at that ground level, you know that everything. So are teachers being replaced by AI or finally getting better tools? What are your perspective on that?
AI cannot replace teachers, because teaching is not information delivery. We are not delivering only the information. It's how human interpretation. We see the students different from different levels they are. Some students are the ones those who are just uh, able to understand in one go, and some are able to understand in a different way. There are different levels, though maybe in some time that also can be trained to AI, but they cannot the way human touch, the way we are able to understand, that is the only part. When I used to study computers, we used to understand the limitations and the advantages of the computer, not AI. That time it used to be the question, what are the advantages and what are the limitations. Then they used to say that, okay, the limitation of a computer is zero IQ, and then that IQ is being developed in a computer which is known as now AI. And the second limitation was the human touch, that emotional quotient is not there. We, and students, if they will get, like from chat GPT or from anywhere, if you are going to ask that I am not feeling good, they know that chat GPT is going to give that only. But when, as a human being, as a teacher, when I'm saying something, that is totally different intake for them. So I don't believe that any that human touch, that emotional touch, can, even one teacher cannot replace the other teacher. We are talking about AI replace, because there are some teachers, those who are so good in connecting with students, the way they teach, and the same subject, if it is being taught by the other teacher, the students are not able to grasp it the same way. So if human is not able to replace the other human, then I don't think so AI can in that way.
That's very important point, ma'am. It's like we can get better with AI, but it cannot. Yes,
Yes.
Pramod sir want to add something here.
Just want to add a little more to what Ma'am Sonia has said.
Hmm.
The entire AI model, and she understands this better, is dependent on LLM, large language model. So basically, AI is an elder brother of Google. It searches your whatever prompt you write, it searches from the large library, which technically we call it large language model, and then it tells you this is the answer. So
Yes.
AI is not doing anything. And now you try to see this situation into another condition. All that what we do on online, even this podcast, you will keep it private and safe and all that, but then that is also available at AI. So whatever we have in the chats and the Facebook and Twitters, all that is part of large language model. And
Yes. Even
if
some.
any student asks something, it fetches answer from that, short it out which is the best answer, and gives you the answer.
Now
One
let's
thing
move
I would
forward.
like to add,
Yes.
Ruby, like
Yeah.
when we're talking about using the digital skills and all, like AI will not replace teachers, but teachers who use AI will replace those who don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's
Yes. That's
absolutely
true.
correct.
That's absolutely. We need to be
Yes,
updated as per the time
yes.
demands, and the future is all about, technology, just like that. That
Correct.
is the basic need nowadays, and we need to be updated.
So
We
in
cannot be
brief, like
outdated to be.
the mentorship, the inspiration we
Yes.
give as a human, that cannot be done in that way, the way we all are doing it.
Yes. Now, my next question to SK sir. Sir, we are using, smart classroom. I guess now even us, if we talk about a very small school, they also have the smart classroom or these interactive panels and all. So my question is, do smart class actually improve learning, or are they just, for this marketing purpose or what?
Hmm. Thank you, Ruby. On a real ground, it remain with your brain for a longer period of time. So directly, if you say it has advantage, but at the same time, teacher has to be very alert for it. If any information you're taking on the digital board, it is machine control. You have to Google, you have to search, prepare for 45 minutes class, uh, taking time of 3 to 4 hours. So what is happening, as we are talking about, I think rightly said by both the panelists, Sonia ma'am and Pramod sir, okay, AI is a kind of a bouquet, no, which is being offered to you. Now you have to choose, you need protein, you need carbohydrate, or you need what deficiency you have, and what the need and demand for by your students. Maybe pre-primary students may have a different thing. Maybe senior research students have different thing. So now, role of teacher is more sensitive. If I say using digital platform, you cannot take a chance directly opening anything on the Google or AI by digital board, because you yourself is not aware what is coming. Balancing things, I say digital literacy or digital platforms or smart boards are the tools which can enhance the effectivity of your teaching learning, which can be more entertaining or which can be more interactive, and it may retain for a longer period of time. Suppose you're teaching a chemistry. You're teaching the electron moves from one orbit to another orbit. Now it is imagination. It is in the brain of child. You can actually show that okay, electron once gets overcharged getting into the second, when it get less charge coming into the nucleus. So balancing things, and it is a very difficult job for the teachers itself. Again, because tools, for example, driving, or you have a driving license, that does not mean you drive well. Once you sit on a new car taking from the agency, you have thousands of threats
That's
surrounding
right.
you. So either you buy a BMW, either you buy a bicycle. You have to be very, very careful. So people may feel happy if I'm able to find automatic car, but car will may hit also. Automatic car means that does not care, every safety is involved. You are sure about your technology. How about the others? So this is what I think role of teachers while using a smart. I've seen on the practical ground very less teachers prepare classes. If you're
Sir, I
going on a
think, yes, I would
yeah,
like to add on here. A smart classroom is basically without smart pedagogy, is just like
yes,
an expensive projector. If it's just like a projector and it is there, but if there is not a smart pedagogy, then smart
yes,
classroom is just on the papers.
So,
As you said,
Ruby,
the driving example was excellent example, sir.
I add up one more point. Traditionally, I'm talking about like hundreds of years back, this theory was designed that there are three ways of learning. A child learns by seeing, by listening, and by doing. Correct. So when we say smart classroom or smart board or whatever, there are various kinds of boards have come. Today, even the TV has come. Even you don't need a board. A big TV is installed on a Wi-Fi, and then it works like your iPad or laptop. So it's only one segment, child learning by seeing. The reading part and writing part is still missing, right? So it covers only one third of the domain, number one. Number two, installing digital board is a management decision, but using it is a teacher's decision.
yes,
So are teachers trained to use that? Are teachers well versed how to search? If you search any project, say Ohm's law, Charles law, heart's function, lungs function, you'll get 1,000 links. Which link is right for my
exactly.
class 7 student or 8 student is a teacher's job, which is not happening. So here I agree with Sonia ma'am. A layer of AI can help. Right? Earlier it was a Google search. Now it is if they write a proper prompt that I need it for 8th class student who is studying through Marathi medium, then it will give
Right.
you a fixed. So it will save teachers time.
Like in place of searching, that
Yeah,
tool
correct.
can do that
Yes.
job for us. Yes. And sir, just to ask, because you are closely working with lots of schools, and you have some school outside India as well. So what do you think is the major difference? Let's if talk about Chinese classroom and Indian classroom, so what is the biggest difference?
See, today's generation is Gen Z or even younger than Gen Z, whatever we call, because every 10 year is a new generation term,
Yeah.
and it's difficult for us also to remember. But then the generation is born with the technology. And teachers who are even 25 or 30 years old, they are not so used to of this technology. So teachers are ahead of time. The students are ahead, better, well versed than the teachers. Second challenge is every student tries to prove that my knowledge is more than my teacher's knowledge, and he'll use AI and search engines to find it out something and ask a difficult question to a teacher, and some of the young teacher fails to address how to manage that, not necessarily that I know everything at that time. So that is something, a skill which is a challenge. But when it goes to people in different domains, there are countries which are much ahead of our system in terms of technology and permissions, and there are official permissions that you can use AI in the classrooms. There are other areas where it says no, please ban mobile phone in the school. So every country has its own law, but more or less the knowledge of a child in AI is advanced everywhere. And rather,
And
even when it comes to digital use of a smartboard or something in class, usually you'll find that a child is helping teacher how to do it.
okay, and sir, at what age, matlab, like just a simple answer I want from your end, like, what message you want to give the parents? Because nowadays, I'm heading, tech radiance where we do take care about the skills lab, AI education. So mostly I got the question from the parent side, at what age they should, start AI training for their children.
There are different case studies in different countries. The country for whom we talk about that most advanced education is in Finland, do not allow one-to-one device to any child. They have a sharing device. They have a trolley which goes to a class, everyone picks up one iPad, works for 30 minutes, return it. So there are, I don't want to name that school, but it is in US, where the top notch IT people's kid go and they do not allow device. There are no computers in that school. The one who sells the product, the one who market that product, their own children are not on Facebook and Twitter. But you cannot stop this wind. You can stop it for a small group of people. Possibly, maybe after 10 or 11-year-old, maybe it can be given. Not that if the child is crying and who is a 3-year-old and we say play game on mobile and don't disturb me. That's the worst kind of activity which parents can do. Yeah, Mr. Singh
Wonderful
wanted to
answer,
add
sir.
something.
Yes, Mr.
Ruby, I'll add a
Yes.
very interesting point. My son is in India and he is teaching undergraduate physics in the US. So I was discussing with him. He used to have a chalks and all, So sometimes he used to share the photograph. So me and my wife and the daughter used to make fun of him. कि कितना गरीब स्कूल में है यार, तुम्हारे पास कुछ है नहीं क्या? So he told, Dad, do you know that कि if a teacher is teaching with the digital, undergraduates he's teaching, he's completing his PhD. So they say that, students say that it's a machine knowledge. They're not interested. It's not a teacher knowledge. So just see the thought process. Matlab, he has to walk with the chalk. He has to roam and he has to take the students around the topic. What we Indians are thinking, US is a very
Yeah.
well developed country and technology. And how it started, कि इंडियन बच्चा है, उसको वो पैशन है पढ़ाने का, तो पूरा चौक ब्लेजर पहनता है तो पूरा चौक में. सो
Correct.
इट्स कॉल्ड एंगेजमेंट. पहले हमको भी समझ नहीं आ रहा था. बोले नो, वी डोंट रिक्वायर. एंड इवन दे टेक स्टूडेंट्स टू गो एंड एक्सप्लेन दिस प्रॉब्लम ऑन द बोर्ड. इफ यू वांट टू यूज, again, as sir was saying, take the tab or take the laptop, solve the problem and keep there. So just imagine,
Ruby,
it's a false imagination for selling point. Smart boards and digital literacy is just, like this.
just adding little more to what Mr. Singh has said. When a teacher is writing with a chalk, or even to say advanced stage with a marker on the whiteboard,
Right.
he is going with a slow speed.
True.
When he is just showing a slide,
Very
it
true.
moves fast, right? No doubt teacher is able to finish it in 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but then child is not able to. If the teacher has to write that on the board and explain it, he will go with little slower speed and child will understand better. So it's not that our traditional systems were bad and outdated. It's the same, but maybe it is marketed in a wrong manner, and we run behind the West, because West is coming to what we were doing it 50 years back.
Right.
Same chalkboard is coming, right?
Yes.
Same, I mean, we have gone in a classroom in infrastructure from a cemented floor to a tiles and now all kind of floorings. But then there are elite schools which charges hefty fee, and they have their classrooms are not tiled, mud floor. Child sits on floor, isn't it? So it's a full circle. Maybe after another 20-30 years, we'll follow US, and the US will tell us that look, mud floor is better.
Actually,
Because right now the trend is, for mud, these burtons we are using,
Correct.
people are going towards
Everything.
that. Like we should not use those which we are
That's what
using. Healthy की तरफ जाना है,
I,
avoid
I, I
junk
take you I take
foods.
you very raw example and little off track from the education. Uh, Yoga was traditional
Yes.
and outdated, but yoga is very good. And now that yoga is taught to us by Western.
I visited to Christ University, Bangalore. You will not believe. Christ University में सलवार कुर्ता चलता है. Westerns are not allowed. Okay.
Right.
Second thing, no teaching material you can take from outside. It's not like you can have a chart, paper, and all. This waste material of the university classroom, either it is a paper, a piece of paper you may take, cardboard you may take from anywhere. Prepare the project and show them. So I have seen, the leaves which is being cut by the gardener and thrown. They used to have project work, marketing. They're selling it. So
True.
just imagine how creativity comes. Creativity always comes with the limited resources where human brain is being used more, rather than having everything is set and teachers is not much bothered about what is happening. Just net is there, put on the board and things are going on, whole movie over and teachers come out of the class. So teacher can engage the students once teacher is preparing class.
I would like to add on here as a educator here, like when I'm teaching, I feel when you have spoken about that uh, from which age it should start, I will definitely agree with Pramod sir when sir said that it depends upon country to country, and it is why it is dependent upon country to country. He has given very good example that from which age that country is allowing a child to use the digital device, depending upon that it is required. So basically what I feel is that the moment the children start consuming the digital content, if we have started giving them the digital content like at the age of 3, 4, 5, whatever the age, depending upon the country it is allowed, digital literacy must begin. So, whenever the child is starting to consume the digital content, digital literacy should begin. And here also, the early education is should not focus on coding and all. It should focus on awareness and responsibility. Whereas when schools or anyone is promoting, they're talking about coding will make your child engineer, and they will be developing the apps and all. It should not be like that. It should be about awareness and responsibility first in the initial classes, so that child should also know that yes, this is what is my responsibility, and I should be aware of all the cyber threats and all that. So AI education is less about the coding, but it is more also about the thinking habits. So all the activities which I'm mentioning, that Delhi AI grind activity, I'm again mentioning that they are not asking the students to basically develop AI solution. They're not asking the students to code. They're asking the students to observe the real world and identify a problem and find out how the AI can provide a solution. Just think about it, not write a code about it. So once they also want that the student should have thinking habits, that how this AI can provide a solution in place of just getting into the developing part. That coders are there, but if we think that if we can provide a solution to the real world problems using AI, then we are going to solve a lot of problems which our country is actually facing. So we need to guide our students to that direction in place of only coding.
Yes, very rightly said, ma'am. Then my next question is, what is one outdated school rule that technology has made irrelevant? Pramod sir.
There is nothing outdated, it's replaced by something, right?
Hmm.
Uh, when I started, when I was in the senior school, like, okay, let me take it a little more back. When I was in class fifth, that's the time when the first PC came to my school. One PC, one room was blocked, carpet and AC was fixed, shoes to be removed outside, and all those rules were there. And we were shown as if like you go to some zoo and then tiger or a lion is shown that this is a PC. Then later, maybe a little computer lab came. So it was a change from one system to multiple system. Then further, the laptop started coming, and it was a very expensive. The first laptop which we got it from US somewhere in 91 or 92, it was like, okay, fine, this is a Kohinoor diamond, right? Only some people can touch that. And today you see the laptops are one of the, I'll not say it's a luxury, it's like a casual things which
Yes.
every child has his own, and government is also giving kids laptop free to study. So with time, improvement has come. There is nothing which is outdated. With time, yes, we need to improve. Good practices to be continued, and certain things which are replaced with a better system are to be adopted. But then each time the pyramid is building one over the other. There are schools which says, "Oh, fine, outdoor education is my child cannot go in sun, they faint and all that," which indirectly is leading to their health issues. The people, those who have not played football and pushed and then fallen and got a bruises in their knees, they're very sophisticated and they survive with those tablets of vitamin B and all those, one tablet of vitamin C in morning and one of D in evening. So there are plus and minus point of everything. So we have to choose what is right at that time, at your circumstances. And it's just the management and the teachers perspective is only to make selection between the options available. If you make a better combination, good. If you make a, it's just like a cooking, the options are there. You make a good food or you make a bad food, people are going to eat.
I agree with you, sir, when you
Yes.
said one thing that was that nothing is outdated actually. Nothing is outdated. We must continue what is right, and whatever is not right, even in the today's scenario, also should not be taken. Like if we say that no devices, that is also not right. But when we say oh, it should be classes interactive only when there is, I've seen some my friends those who are in a different schools, when they share, they say that their class is observed, and someone has come to their class and they say that you have taught beautifully, everything was good, but you have not used, the smart board that
Boards,
way.
yes.
You could have used the ICT skills. But why, if every class should, why the teacher is being forced to use ICT skill in every class? In some classes, if it is not required, they should be given the freedom not to use it. But the pressure is coming from their management that okay, you must use ICT skill, we have spent so much of money on this smart board, you are not using it to that extent. And so what I feel is that it is there, very good, it should be there, but it should not be the compulsion that it should be used in for every topic and for everything. Wherever the freedom should be given, that if for a particular topic it is not required.
I think many students will also relate this, when we use that kind of engagement, or the class will be, of course, more interactive. And that's it. I guess we have covered all the questions
I'll
and
just
on
give one
time.
more example before we conclude, Ruby. In whole of 1800 and 1900 century, even 20th, we kept on saying Sanskrit is an outdated language, useless, traditional. Nobody should learn this. And actually, we have stopped learning Sanskrit. Maybe mandatory as a third language. We just
Yes.
learned what we say, patati, patata, patanti, and then that homework is over, and then Sanskrit is thrown into bin. Today, Sanskrit is considered to be most advanced language for coding and for computing, right? So somehow there are thousands of such examples where we see that our tradition and culture was destroyed as a conspiracy
Yes,
so
exactly.
that they become a follower of somebody else. We were leader, we were told that this is all bad. Today world is talking about learning in mother tongue is the best language, best learning model. But when
Yes.
we were teaching in mother tongue, we were forced to teach them in English. No,
Yeah, and
don't
even
learn in English.
our
Yeah,
yeah, even our grandfather or father used to eat before 7 or like that, and lots of hard. So
multiple
those
things.
things
Yeah,
are again become trendy. Yeah, very well said, sir.
great.
Yes, that's it. Thank you so much to all the panelists for such meaningful and practical insights, and we truly appreciate your contributions and look forward to see you at IIT Delhi campus on 30th of Jan.
Thanks, thank
Thank
you.
you, Ruby. Thank you.